Hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Final Fantasy Adventure. I've been wanting to do this one for a while, actually. This was actually technically not known as Final Fantasy Adventure originally. It's known as Mystic Quest in Europe, and something else in Japan, but I'll get more to that later. First off, as you can probably tell, I'm playing the original Squaresoft release, not the Sunsoft release. Anyway, time for rarely badly written dialogue. Tree of Mana grows with the energy of will from each and everything in this world. It grows high above the clouds in the air on top of Mount Illusia. Alright. Legend tells that it gives eternal power to the one who touched it. So forgives who touched it. Get your tenses right. Dark Lord was trying to find a way to the Tree of Mana to get the mighty power to conquer the world. Is that all, really? God, this game's script probably sucks. And it does, honestly. The writing in the Game Boy version sucks. The remake does better, but yeah. Anyway, now we get to name our characters, a boy and a girl. I'm going with references to Jurassic Park, though I've actually never seen the first one. I've only seen 2, 3, and 4. But their original names in Japan are Sumo and Fuji, respectively, just so you guys know that. And we get immediately thrown into our first battle. Now fight! Battle mechanics for this game are pretty simple. Move around to use the D-pad's moving around, A button is your sword. There's two sword attacks. The swipe, which is just standing still and pressing the A button, and the stab, which is holding a direction and pressing the A button. Tiger Guy is not too hard, though that explosion can hurt you, so watch out for that. Alan was a fighter of Empire Glaive. Is that proper grammar? I can't tell. Alan and friends were forced to fight every day, just for the entertainment of Dark Lord. Many fighters have fallen from their wounds. Willie! Alan. Mana is in danger now. We must let the Geminites know about this. Gemma? See Bogart at the falls. He's a Geminite. He should know what to do. Gemma! Mana! What are they? Willie? Willie! Willie passed away. So this is an alternate ending to Mega Man 3. Huh. Anyway, we can go through doors like this. And 2 NPCs. I'm sorry about Willie. We have to get out of here. And how do we do that? I want to go home and see my little brother. Exposition for later, as that's why she has a name. So the monsters that... Pretty much what we have to do now is actually find another one of those tiger guys. Though I should tell you... that guy there tells you how to escape. You go through the door it comes from. I think if you wait long enough, the door closes and you have to fight a third one of these things. Now fight! Come at me, bruh. Really basic strategy of this guy, though, is let him come to you, don't go to him. Because he always walks in this little W pattern. Oh my god, it is Mega Man 3's alternate continuity. Only takes about 6, 7 shots, though. Let's get out of here. That sprite, for when he falls, looks familiar. Almost like something out of 6. Dark Lord and Julius. What's going on? You say the Mana tree is above the falls? Yes, sir. The tree is in a shrine up there. How do I get there? Up the falls. Miracles occur sometimes, Sir Dark Lord. How? A girl has the key to it. Good. Work hard on it. Yes, sir. What? Who is it? Nope. Get away. Nope. Oh, crap. I won't let you leave here alive. Ah! Oh, God, no! This is actually a really long fall. I'm getting flashbacks to what... But that was a Bill and Ted movie, wasn't it? Either way, like all RPGs, we survive. Ouch! Where am I? Where is this? And we get Mood Whiplash with one of my favorite tracks in the game, Endless Battlefield. Anyway, basic battle mechanics aside, we actually get some enemies here, and players of a certain Super Nintendo game will recognize the mushrooms. You ever hear of a game called Secret of Mana? Well, in Japan, Secret of Mana is known as Seiken Densetsu 2. In Japan, this game is known as Seiken Densetsu FF Gaiden, essentially. So this is actually the first game. By the way, Seiken Densetsu, for future reference, translates to Legend of the Holy Sword. It was originally started development as a Game Boy game, as a NES game, but I'll get more into that later this part. Anyway, by killing enough enemies, of course, you do gain experience, which you can see on the status screen, which I'll go into later. But if you kill enough, you get a level up. When you get a level up, you get a chance to choose one of the 4 stats to get an extra point to, though some stats grow automatically. Power and Wisdom are pretty self-explanatory. Stamina increases your max HP. Will speeds up the filling up process of the bar that's on the very bottom of the screen. For future purposes, I'm just going to tell you right now, my level up cycle is going to be Power, Wisdom, Stamina. Willpower is good enough on its own. Help! Help! Ah, great. But yeah, the little bar on the screen, it fills up more the faster and faster as you add more willpower. When it's full, you get to execute certain little charge attacks with your weapon. With the swords, you either do a little spin attack or otherwise. Hasim's got a serious wound. Oh, please, take this girl to Wendell and see Bogart. He'll take care of the rest. Hasim? Hasim! Hasim passed away. Damn, that's 2 deaths already, Nintendo. I'm surprised you let this get past. Oh no, don't leave me alone, Hasim. I'm looking for that Bogart too. Why don't you come with me? Oh, can I? I can't leave you here alone. I'm Alan. Call me Ellie. Is that the exact same sprite as Willy, actually? I think it is. Anyway, Ellie will be walking around. If you actually press start, you can select the ask command and she'll do a heal spell on you, but I'll go more to the menus momentarily. In is pretty self-explanatory. Go in there, spend some money, which you get from just killing enemies. You can rest up there, restore your HP and MP. Anyway, I've actually never entered this house before, so that's why I'm entering it now. And you can see just how bad this game's writing is. It's really bad. The story is actually really good for this game, too, but the script is just terrible. In terms of how you talk to people, like, well, first off, how'd that guy get over there? Yeah, people spawn randomly when you go into the town, or the screen, rather. The way you talk to people and access shops is that you just walk up to them. And right now, I'm actually going to do some minor shopping. I'm buying 2 sets of keys, and in the armor weapon store next door, I am going to buy the iron armor, but I need to grind for the iron armor, which I actually go a bit farther than I really should. Grinding's pretty simplistic. I got a couple level ups off screen. I'll show you the status in a moment. First off, let's go over your equip. You press start button, you get all these menus. Equip, double tap the item, it's in there. And I'm actually going to go back in there and sell it because I like having more gold. Now, in terms of how you check your status, you see select also brings up a menu. By the way, candies are basic healing items. I'll be selling some of them off screen. I only like having 3 at a time. A lot of the enemies around this point drop it. But yeah, item and magic are pretty self-explanatory. Ask, I've already gone over what that does. But press select and get save, status, and map. Status is pretty self-explanatory. That E there with 130 next to /163, I think it was. That is your experience levels. Save is rather self-explanatory. I just overwrote my practice file. But the map system in this game is atrocious. What you're about to see is all you get. This is terrible. The Game Boy Advanced remake, which actually did away with a lot of the Final Fantasy elements, sort of Mana for the Game Boy Advance, I think had a better map in general. And the mobile re-release this game got, which was actually closer to this version than the Game Boy Advance version, in Japan at least, because we never got that version for some reason, had a much more detailed map system. But yeah, what you just saw me do, that spin attack there, that's what happens when you release your sword attack with a full willpower when you're standing still without holding any direction. When you hold a direction, you pretty much do a stab across the entire screen. Now, this game, like I mentioned earlier, I think, actually started out development as an NES game by the name of Seiken Densetsu: The Emergence of Excalibur. I forget why they canceled that. I think they just, I forget the exact reasoning, but I know the announcement that went out also went with the suggestion to pre-order an upcoming game by the name of, Final Fantasy. And yeah. Later on, they eventually decided to redevelop the game entirely. No, they were actually working on a game by the name of Geminites. And they decided to incorporate elements from Seiken Densetsu: Emergence of Excalibur and pretty much just make it that game, but reimagined and actually, let it get released. So yeah, that's a little development. background there, and I think I just bumped my mic there. And if you didn't believe me about it being a second Densetsu game, or Secret of Mana, well, what you just saw there, yeah, that's the Rabbites. Rabbites, not Rabbi. The first enemies you encounter in Secret of Mana. God, that game is something. Oh, hello, old man with the unique sprites. Excuse me. I'm looking for a man named Bogard. Name Bogard. Oh, God. I don't know anything. Go away! That is the pendants of mana. My mother gave me this. Are you the Geminite? I'm getting my voice confused already. Yes, it was when Vandal was trying to conquer the world with the power of mana. We fought against them to retrieve the peace, but we were losing. The power of mana was too strong. But there was a lady who assured our victory. That lady had that pendant on her chest. Seems like this girl is the key for this time. Take the mattock in the next room. Go to the cave on the east side of the mountains. Use mattock to break the rocks in the cave. See Sibba in the town called Wendell. He knows more. Yeah, that script is beautiful, isn't it? I can blame the time and space limitations for that, really, though. Because translation back in the 90s was not that good at all. I don't think they even fixed any of it up for the 1998 re-release on the Game Boy. Yeah, just on the plain old Game Boy that Sunsoft did. Which is interesting. Actually, since Sunsoft re-released this and the Final Fantasy Legend games, I should get to those at some point, because I do like those. And obviously, I think I mentioned back in my original Final Fantasy LP, I'm doing the main series, that I was going to do Final Fantasy II next. But I'm only counting that little order that I mentioned in that series for the main series. I'll do any of the spin-offs at any time I want. Except for Mystic Quest. I think I'll do that after 7. Anyway, this is the cave he was talking about. Sorry. Talking this fast kind of hurts my throat sometimes. The way you equip items is the same way you equip equipment. Double tap the button. Mattocks are pretty much a sword that you use with the B button. They break rocks. In fact, you use any normal item with the B button, not the A button. So you actually get to use all these buttons pretty often in this game, unlike some Game Boy games. Now, I equipped a key immediately just so I didn't waste a mattock, because even if it doesn't hit any stone, if you just use a mattock, it gets used up for some reason. I don't get that, but yeah, alright. By the way, this song is amazing to level grind to, because you get to hear it. It's like a 1.5-minute long song, not even. And level grinding in this game can take hours, so yeah. Anyway, this is another item shop here. They don't sell really anything different aside from the fact that they have mattocks now. All the potions they sell in these things just cure status ailments, which for the most part are temporary anyway. But the reason I'm here is for the Battle Axe, which is not only an attack power upgrade, I believe, but it's just an overall, in my opinion, better weapon than the sword. It's slightly slower, but its willpower charge is that you throw it across the entire screen. And it just is a pure power upgrade in general. Now, the enemies around here can poison you, so be careful. You got these little flowers and jellyfish. Touching them without damaging them well, it's not guaranteed, but it can poison you, which slowly saps away your HP. But, like I mentioned, if you get low, you can press start and use ask so that Ellie, or Fuji as her real name is, will heal you. And thankfully, the healing and the poisoning go at almost the exact same rate. You cannot kill the little mud enemies on that previous screen. In fact, you can't even damage them. Now, one thing I'm going to mention right now, because we're actually almost at the end of the part, is that off-screen in this area, I'm actually going to be grinding up to level 10. Because it's good to be at a high enough level at this point. And I get a good amount of gold doing that, and I sell any pure potions I get doing that too, because pure potions aren't too useful. Anyway, let's enter this place. But with that, I'm going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 2, we'll be investigating this place with its really eerie music. See you guys then.